Hi there, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rain Boots, and today we are making the most adorable rustic clay gnome out of our own handmade clay. Boop! If you'd like to make him, stick around. As always, please hit that like button so I know you're here crafting with me. And now to get started, our silicone clay supplies are here. Cornstarch and silicone. Yep, that's it. That's all you need. I would add, instead of the glove I'm using, I would add a spoon or a wood stick so that you can get this thing started before you have to use your hands. But you're just going to place about a cup or so of cornstarch and then a glob, that's the technical term, of silicone right on top of it. That little glob is about the inside of my palm, so not a ton because we are making a relatively small gnome. But you can see it's going to be quite a bit of clay. I mixed it for about a minute, and then what happens is it starts absorbing the cornstarch. So the silicone actually absorbs the cornstarch. You can see it's getting kind of tacky. It's really sticky, but keep mixing. I end up taking this glove off here and just using my hands. You can see, look, there's not a lot going on the stickiness, but it is quite tacky still. But you just add a little cornstarch, like a tiny bit, because here's what you get. After you wash your hands, look at this. It doesn't come off. It's a beautiful, soft, air-dried clay. Isn't that cool? I just thought this was the coolest stuff ever. Now it does dry quickly, so we're going to make the gnome body here. I just formed a small gumdrop shape, sort of taller than a candy gumdrop, and make sure the bottom is flat. And then I added a hat. I'm going to basically whatever hat shape you want, you can twist it, turn it, whatever, but make sure that you put your thumbs up under the bottom and you have some place to set it on the body so it adheres. And now I just squished it down sort of like a Harry Potter sorting hat style, and then use my fingers to sort of make everything smooth and form the brim. It actually, you don't need oil or water. It's just using your fingers. This is a super easy and quick craft. I really like it. I'm going to make a Christmas gnome as well because of so many ideas now that I have worked and perfected this actual clay. Okay, so now I'm just making a nose. I'm going to make sure I press that into the body and press it under the hat. Now, I'm making a beard. You can make a little girl gnome with braids, whatever. But all I'm doing is I'm going to take pieces of our clay, roll it into snakes, and then vary the size and the width so that I can create the beard in pieces. So I added a piece to the right-hand side of the nose and just pressed it into the body, pressed it up under the hat, and really it'll move a little bit. Don't worry about that because it's not yet dry. But we're going to repeat that on the other side, varying the thickness and, kind of turning up the bottoms to make it look, just kind of interesting. And then underneath the nose, you can leave it like that for a little girl gnome. But underneath the nose, when you put them in, you may find that it's not going to stay very well. So grab a toothpick. This is also going to help us in a second with our design. But you're going to, I'll show you here close up, you are going to actually push the silicone pieces into each other and the body using the fingers and your toothpick or clay tools, whatever you have. Now for the details, I went pretty simple because I didn't know how long I had to work with this, but I basically used the toothpick to add a little dimension to my hat, some creases, and then I'm going to add something because I messed up on something, so I wanted to show you how to fix it if you mess up because, hey, that's what we're all learning, right? So if you have something and it won't stick, see how the shoes won't stick? You actually have glue right there on your craft table, and it is that silicone over there. So you kind of have to pull off the little dried gunky part. So I just stuck my toothpick in and then moved it to the side, got fresh silicone and added that like glue, and it 100% works. So just let it sit there and the whole thing will dry in 15 minutes, okay? So you don't have to worry about a long dry time. But while it's drying, you can mix up your paint and go get a varnish or a sealant. And so here I'm just going to use acrylic paints. I mixed up brown, blue, and green. Now it's time for painting. Grab your child's toothbrush, that's nasty. Grab your child's paintbrush and get to painting. So you can see some of it I had to paint over twice. I just painted or for the nude color, I just added white with a little bit of the brown. But you can see here, you see how it's kind of see-through a little bit in this blue? Well, on the second coat, you can see here, it's no longer see-through. So just FYI, if you can see through like this green up here in some areas, it's not densely, you know, colored, and you can't saturate it well with one single coat, you may need two. But I find that it actually dries really fast because you're not glomping on glue. Is glomping a word? I don't think it is. But now we're going to paint the beard. A really cool idea I had, again, after I finished, was an ombre beard with a multicolor. I thought that'd be so cool. And now it's time to seal the paint after it's dried. I'm just using a brush-on varnish. Now, I would use a brush sealant as opposed to a spray because you have so many nooks and crannies where the spray can drip into and settle and just look a little glonky, which is also not a word. But this is it. Once your sealant dries, this gnome is ready to be displayed. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you make this? It's super easy and fun. As always, please like and subscribe to Ruffles and Rain Boots for more crafty fun, and stay tuned for a Christmas version.